The meanest game there ever was. You have betrayed me. Ah, I'm so indecisive. Why? Oh my God, where's my brain at? Oh, it's you, shit. This game is ruining my brain. I don't want another classic. You right-ready bastard. Woo! Ah! I see Anna Karenina on this shelf. I'm in danger. No! Hello, cuties. It's time for the March TBR. Now, before we begin, I do have to say, this month there is a Cauldron Prompt challenge of reading 100 pages a day, not including audiobook. Audiobooks are kind of my crutch. I love them. They do count as reading. I'm not one of those people that says audiobooks are not reading. They are. However, they're a crutch. And I would like to get through a lot more of the non-audiobook TBR. So this month is the challenge of reading a lot of my physical reads. I'm not banning audiobooks. This is no audiobook ban. I will still be listening to audiobooks, but just trying to focus every day to physically read 100 pages. That's my reading challenge for March. Let's try it, yeah. So I don't mind if this is a big TBR or if it's a lot of physical reads. I don't mind that this month, even though every month I have been reading an insane amount of books and I might be giving myself a little burnout. I'm not even done with the February TBR as of right now, but I am hoping to have a power session this weekend that I'm filming this and get through it. Definitely is an issue because it's, you know, predominantly focusing on 100 pages a day physical TBR. I do hope to put a lot of indies in this as well because I've been doing really good about reading a lot of indie books and I would like to continue that trend. Have hauled a bunch more books so the shelves are a little bit overflowing at the moment. It's a little smidgeroony. Let's do it. So first off, we need to figure out how many books we're drawing, which means we need to figure out which dice we are rolling with this time. I'm a little scared. Let's go find out. Okay, let's see. I've already taken out the other die. I'm shuffling that, closing my eyes. Of course, it's a D20. This is my baby T-Rex one. Baby T-Rex is what we're rolling with. All right, let's see. How many books are we doing? Oh, God. Oh, shit. If you can read it, it's 18.
So I don't mind if this is a big TBR.
Oh, I don't mind how many books it is. It'll be fine. Famous last words. Mambo, what have we done? This video is gonna be a long video. I am so sorry. I have made an error. Okay, that's the rules of the game. I'm suddenly gonna pick all the short books that I have. Please be nice. All right, so last we ended up, Cormy was down over here. Let's do roll number 1 of 18. Oh no, here we go. Roll number 1. 13.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Not that you could see any of that, but we wound up on this edge. I don't think we've been on this shelf yet. And this is the pool currently for this. I see a short book. I see a short one. Let's hope for that. Let's go spin the wheel. Spin number 1. Oldest or newest? Oh no. The good news is, not a single classic is on this. However, I also forgot to mention, I have 3 commissions this month as well to do. So we're also gonna try to throw those on this TBR. But I do have Tales from the Gas Station Volume 2. I have an ARC Echo at the Evercry and Animal Farm. I was commissioned to read Animal Farm, which I read in high school, but we're reading that again. So we're gonna try to put those on here. Remember that, Q. You have 18 books already now. Let's flip a coin. All right, so Rough Seas is the oldest. Smooth Sailing is the newest book on the shelf. Smooth Sailing, newest release, all right. So the newest book on that shelf is A Far Wilder Magic by Allison Saft. I have no idea if I do have this as audiobook or not. It is 375 pages. Okay, here's what it's about. When Margaret Welty spots the legendary Hala, the last living mythical creature she knows, the Half Moon Hunt will soon follow. Whoever is able to kill the Hala will earn fame and riches and unlock an ancient magical secret. While Margaret is the best sharpshooter in town, only teams of 2 can register, and she needs an alchemist. Weston Winters isn't an alchemist yet. He's been fired from every apprenticeship he's landed, and his last chance hinges on Master Welty taking him in. But when Wes arrives at Welty Manor, he finds only Margaret. She begrudgingly allows him to stay on one condition: he must join the hunt with her. Although they make an unlikely team, they soon find themselves drawn to each other. As the hunt looms closer and tensions rise, Margaret and Wes uncover dark magic that could be the key to winning the hunt if they survive that long. I have heard fantastic things about this story, and the art is just beautiful. At first, I remember when seeing the art, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but looking at it more, closely and stuff, I do love this art. All right, that's book number 1. Roll number 2. Roll number 2.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is the shelf we're looking at. Okay, not incredibly small books. I do see some classics. Yeah, but I do see some indies too, so hey. And let's spin. Spin number 2. A card. Good card. Card says, a cozy reading day. All right, so for whatever book I pick on this shelf, I need to have a cozy reading day with it, which is actually perfect for the challenge. I said I wanted to read indies this month, and this would have to be a physical read. So we're gonna do Queendom of Chaos by Megan Aldrich. This is book 1 in the Chaos series. Here's what it's about. Few survive the palace of venom and thorns. Sam and Annabelle, an interracial couple navigating life in the deep south of 1905, plan to escape for the chance of a peaceful life together. On the eve of their departure, Sam vanishes in a flash of magical light. He reappears under a fog of amnesia, haunted by the Dark Queen. Embarking on a journey for survival, lines between realms blur as Sam uncovers the Dark Queen's sinister plans. Pulled away from the reality of time, he fights to save himself, his love, and the people of the Dark Queen's empire. But when his memories return, will they be a blessing or a curse? I know Hala has read this one, and she did enjoy it, so we will find out how we feel about this one. Roll number 3. Roll number 3. 17.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 down here.
This one's my starting to overflow shelf, but we definitely have some indies and a short one. There's a short one there. Let's hope for the short one. Let's spin. Spin number 3. No, is it? Oh God, no. Okay, it's good. Woo! I thought it was this. It's a card. We're good. It's a card. A card. Here we go. Royalty. Royalty is the prompt. Oh, wait. Is not Sung Wukong the Monkey King? Is he not? Monkey King is royalty. Short book. And also graphic novel. And also an indie by Tycho. Hello. Yes, let's go. And an acquisition I got just this last month. That's exciting. Very exciting.
And I realized I forgot to tell you guys what this one is about. Here is the synopsis. Sean just wants one thing, to work a regular summer job to help pay for college. Demons lurk everywhere, and no matter what she does, Sean can't seem to catch a break. What she doesn't realize is that she'll be working with Sung Wukong. Wukong is irritating at his best, a ruthless demon at his worst, and reaching her dreams seems impossible. In a modern world where anyone can become a demon, Sean is chosen by the Buddha to save humanity.
Okay, roll number 4. Roll number 4. 20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Shelf we're working with. Spin number 4. Begin. God damn it. Is it again? Wait. Oh, it is on this. It's on oldest and newest again. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is Animal Farm on there? Animal Farm is on this shelf. Animal Farm is on this shelf. If I can get Rough Seas, watch it give me smooth sailing. But like, this is the one time I want the classic. All right, let's do it. Is it really? Is it really? It really is! Yes, and it's the only classic on the shelf. Hell yes. It worked. It worked. Okay, maybe the game feels a little bad for me putting 18 books on my shelf. Animal Farm, also very short, a classic, and one that Polly Vooney has commissioned me to read this month. So hell yeah, I might even physically read this one because I've had really bad luck listening to classics lately. And since I need to physically read stuff and it's short, and since I'll be doing a vlog about it as well, because all the commissioned books do get their own vlogs, let's do it. Yeah, Animal Farm, George Orwell. I read this back in high school, and I remember making an essay, because well, not an essay, but you had to write your own like town meeting for the animals. And I remember making a Cuba Gooding Jr. reference that my teacher did not understand. Yeah, that was fine. I got a weird mark on. I remember Mr. Reed circling it with lots of question marks, and I'm like, okay, sorry, buddy. I don't remember what the reference was at this point. I just remember the red mark on my paper. Roll number 5. I'm scared. We're doing okay right now. I'm so scared. Roll 5 is a 9, if you can see that. It is a 9. Oh God, I moved it, but it's 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Here is the shelf in question. We're a little overflowing because we have Afterglow on here. But again, another indie on here we could do, and continuing a series. We've got 2 indies right here. Any more? Yeah, cool. Let's try. Spin number 5. Ooh, most want to read or least want to read. Okay, let's flip a coin and see. So Rough Seas is I least want to read, and Smooth Sailing is the most want to read. Here we go. Of course it's Rough Seas. Of course. So least want to read. That's gonna be a classic, and that is Oliver Twist by Dickens. Oliver, never before has a boy wanted more. This one I will do audiobook because I just want to get through it. But at least it is a 23 of 2023. So we at least get that accomplishment. Can I just watch the musical? Okay. 2 classics. 2 classics. Roll number 6. Roll number 6. 8 again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Here is the shelf we are working with. Woo! Spin number 6. Okay, it's a card. All right, and the card is, woo, queer book. And I don't think I have an audiobook for this. I'm not sure if I do. The Temperature of Me and You by Brian Zepka. Obviously, this is a male-male romance. It's contemporary with a bit of sci-fi in it. Here's what it's about. 16-year-old Dylan Highmark thinks his winter is going to be full of boring shifts at the Dairy Queen until he finds himself in love with a boy who's literally too hot to handle. Dylan has always wanted a boyfriend, but the suburbs surrounding Philadelphia do not have a lot in the ways of options. Then in walks Jordan, a completely normal and undeniably cute boy who also happens to run at a cool 100 degrees Fahrenheit. When the boys start spending time together, Dylan begins feeling all kinds of ways. And when he spikes a fever for 2 weeks and is suddenly coughing flames, he thinks he might be suffering from something more than just a crush. Jordan forces Dylan to keep his symptoms a secret, but as the pressure mounts and Dylan becomes distant with his closest friends and family, he pushes Jordan for answers. Jordan's revelations of why he's like this, where he came from, and who's after him leave Dylan realizing how much first love is truly out of this world. But if the attraction between them defies the laws of physics, love may be the only thing that can keep Jordan and Dylan together. Alien boy! That's my bets on it. Alien boy. Roll number 7. Roll 7. You can't come out. Oh, I'm gonna take it. 24. We're going 24.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Here's your shelf. We're young, damned, and fair all the way to, I'm gonna say, Broken Wish. That's our limit there. Spin number 7. Bag. The shelf is moot. Got the TBR bag and it's updated and everything. Oh no, it's not fully, but mostly. Let's see. What do we get? Oh, I've read that. It's not updated. I read that. Fantasy Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levenseller. Where are you? I found it. Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levenseller. Here's what it's about. 18-year-old Ziva prefers metal to people. She spends her days tucked away in her forge, safe from society and the anxiety it causes her, using her magical gift to craft unique weapons imbued with power. Then Ziva receives a commission from a powerful warlord, and the result is a sword capable of stealing its victim's secrets. A sword that can cut far deeper than the length of its blade. A sword with the strength to topple kingdoms. When Ziva learns of the warlord's intentions to use the weapon to enslave all the world under her rule, she takes her sister and flees. Joined by a distractingly handsome mercenary and a young scholar with extensive knowledge of the world's known magics, Ziva and her sister set out on a quest to keep the sword safe until they can find a worthy wielder or a way to destroy it entirely. I don't like when books do that, when they're like, oh, he's the love interest blatantly, oh, he's just so distractingly handsome, he's so gorgeous and stuff. Like, don't tell me that. I'll decide. I'll decide that. That's one of the things I do see a lot in YA stuff, is that just tells you the love interest right away in the summary and how this person is so beautiful you just can't control yourself. Like, stop. I'm a little worried, but I do love Trisha Levenseller's actual writing. The summaries definitely have not done her books justice before. Roll number 8. Roll number 8. 17.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Here is The Shelf. The Shelf. New edition. Oh, I see indie. I see an indie. Spin number 8. Categories. All right, so for this one, we got to roll the categories die, and if it rolls whatever letter it rolls on, I'm going to try to pull either the author name or the title from that letter. Categories. What say ye? A. You say A. I've got 2 options. We have The Cold is in Her Bones by Peternelle van Arsdale, or I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman, who I love and adore. This is the last Alice Oseman book I have not read yet, but this is a bomb book. I think I'm gonna have to flip a coin. This is Rough Seas, and this is Smooth Sailing. I'm gonna say that. I'm so indecisive. Oseman it is. Here is what I Was Born for This is about. For Angel, life is about one thing, the Ark, a pop rock trio of teenage boys taking the world by storm. Being part of the Ark's fandom has given her everything she loves, her friend Juliet, her dreams, her place in the world. Jimmy owes everything to the Ark. He's their front man, and playing in a band with his mates is all he ever dreamed of doing. But dreams don't always turn out the way you think, and when Jimmy and Angel are unexpectedly thrust together, they find out how strange and surprising facing up to reality can be. Okay. Don't let me down, Oseman. I love you too much. I think that's why I haven't actually read that one, is because it deals with like a boy band kind of situation. I'm not actually entirely sure of the plot. That was a lot of unnecessary words in that sentence. But I think it's the least interesting plot of her stuff that I've seen, so that's why it's really been sitting there. But that'll clear out Oseman for all the books that she's written. Because we don't have volume 5 of Heartstopper out yet. Where is that? Where is it? Roll number 9 to the halfway point. Here we go. Roll number 9. 17 again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Do I see an indie on here at all? No indie. 0 indie books on this shelf. But 5 classics. That's intense. To the wheel! Spin number 9. Got a card. Nice and easy card. Well, they're not always nice and easy. Let's see. We have... Spin the bottle. All right, this is gonna take some setup. Give me a second. All right, welcome to Spin the Bottle. I have my water bottle here. It's empty. We have emptied the shelf. We are putting the bottle. Oh no! No! The worst possible. This is the worst day of my life. We got Last of the Mohicans by James Fenimore Cooper. I don't know if I have an audio for this, to be real. I might, but it's 459 pages. It's a classic, and I'm really scared of this. I actually know this is technically a sequel, but you can read it on its own, I guess. Why? Now the game is mean to me. This is the worst. This is the worst. God, at least, well, okay, no, it's not the worst because it's not Moby Dick. That would be the worst, but Moby Dick wasn't an option. Of this entire spin, that was the one I wanted the absolute least. It could have given me any of the other classics, but no. You have betrayed me. I'm so upset. No, March is gonna suck. Roll 10? Roll 10. Okay, we're over the halfway point now. Roll 10. 19.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Now, the most overflowing shelf that I have. This shelf is a bit of a nightmare. It's got a lot on it. So let's read from it. I regret everything I said at the beginning of this video, just saying that. Also, I realized it's one thing I used to do is called March of the Indies. But we've only gotten one. Got one? Two. We've got two. Spin 10. A card. And the card is Discord. I need to ask Discord from this shelf here. I'm gonna post a picture of the shelf itself and have Discord choose. So this is a pending. We will find out in a moment. Okay, let me take a picture and send it to Discord. All right, oh, that was quick. Angel of Darkness, thank you on Discord. She has chosen Master of One by Jada Jones, I think. Jada Jones and Danny Bennett, sorry. This is it's a reversible cover, it's on this one. But there's the original cover is underneath it. Cool, which means I probably need to reverse it to tell you what it's about. Sure do. This lovely book is Life in the Queen's City Isn't Easy, especially for a two-bit thief like Rags. When his latest score goes sideways, he's nabbed by royal sorcerer Morien the Last, who forces him to steal the 6 pieces of immeasurably powerful ancient fae relic. Rags is still determined to somehow get away unscathed, until he discovers that the relics Morien is after are actually people. A distractingly handsome fae prince who has been asleep for centuries, a Queensguard deserter with more honor than common sense, a daughter of a disgraced noble family who hits first and asks questions later, a deceptively sweet-natured prince, a member of the underground resistance neither trusting nor trustworthy, and him, Rags. There's no way they can let Morien enact his dark plans, but 6 misfits against an exceptionally wicked enemy doesn't make for generous odds. Luckily, Rags is not generous. He's smart, and he has a plan that just might work. I don't know if this is a standalone. I think this is a standalone, but there we go. Roll number 11. Roll number 11 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spin number 11. A card. Okay. Let's see what the card is. A long title. Not long book, long title. Who's got the longest title? Oh no, is it you? Oh, it's you! Shit! It's a giant book. The Death and Life of Zebulon Finch. Volume 1, At the Edge of Empire. That's the longest title in that shelf by Daniel Kraus. Now, I do have this as audio, and you bet your bottom dollar I'll be reading this as an audiobook. This is also a 23 of 2023. This lovely chonker of a book is, oh, there's a sequel. This is a series. Oh gosh, there's like questions. There's discussion questions at the end. 642 pages. This doesn't have a really large summary, but this is what it says on the back. Zebulon Finch is 17 years old. He has been 17 years old for over a century. Okay, Edward Cullen. That's all I've got. That's all I know. We've got gas masks on the front. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is I got it super cheap on Book Outlet during a big haul last year. Okay. Roll number 12. Roll 12. 17. What is with the 17s?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Is the shelf we are working with. I don't know. Oh my God. This game is ruining my brain. Spin number 12. Biggest and smallest. Okay. Okay, let's find out who's the biggest and who's the smallest first. Smallest book on the shelf is All the Truth That's in Me by Julie Berry. This is 200 and... forgot already. This is 274 pages. Then we have Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, who is 480, well, it says 85 on there, but that's notes. Hold on. This is all the freaking notes. 462 pages. Please, I already have other. I don't want another classic. Oh, this is gonna be so mean to me, guaranteed. Oh God, it fell. That doesn't count. You bastard. You right-ready bastard. Guess we're reading Crime and Punishment. The meanest game there ever was. God, I regret everything. What are we on, 13 now? Roll 13. Oh boy. 19.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 is this little baby shelf. This baby shelf here. There we go. In 13. A card. Just a card. Be nice to me. Can we be nice to me? A prologue. A book with a prologue in it. All right. Done. Perfect. I've pulled an indie book. It has a prologue. We have Redemption by Jared Meyer. This is an afterlife story. It is 339 pages. And I picked this up last year, I think, at Mile High Con. But it's the shortest book on that shelf. Here's what it's about. William lived a difficult life. When it comes to a sudden and violent end, he realizes that he is far from prepared for what comes next. An angelic being plunges him into another plane of existence called Arconia. There he finds that the physical limitations of his previous life no longer bind him. Powers once reserved for superheroes lie just within his grasp. As in life, William's existence in this strange world becomes a struggle as he quickly discovers that his soul is considered impure. His only option is to become one of the strongest and most honored warriors known as a guardian. During William's rigorous training, he discovers a plot which threatens to breach the peace and serenity of this heavenly paradise, a place that he is quickly coming to love. Can William overcome the ingrained bigotry of this ancient world? Does he possess the strength to save it from the twisted evil seeking to destroy it? There we go. According to the author, I will like Katrina. That's how he signed the book to me. He says, thank you, Stephanie. You will like Katrina. So careful. You never know. Roll 14. Roll 14 says 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Here is the shelf in question. La 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 la. I see a graphic novel. That's where that book went. I've actually been looking for that graphic novel for forever. Bin 14. A card. This wheel is really getting its use. And the card says, a sci-fi. Just need to pick a sci-fi. Who's sci-fi? Who's a sci-fi? Oh yeah, and it's short. We've got The Kaiju Preservation Society by John Scalzi. My sister bought this for me for my birthday last year, and I haven't had a chance to read it. And I want to read it, because I've heard amazing things about it. And it's an autographed copy, so ha ha ha! Here we go. We got it at the Boulder bookstore. Look at that. Here's what the Kaiju Preservation Society is about. When COVID-19 sweeps through New York City, Jamie Gray is stuck as a dead-end driver for a food delivery app. That is, until Jamie makes a delivery to an old acquaintance, Tom, who works at what he calls an animal rights organization. Tom's team needs a last-minute grunt to handle things on their next field visit. Jamie, eager to do anything, immediately signs on. What Tom doesn't tell Jamie is that the animals his team cares for aren't here on Earth. Not our Earth, at least. In an alternate dimension, massive dinosaur-like creatures named kaiju roam a warm and human-free world. They're the universe's largest and most dangerous pandas, and yet they're more vulnerable than you might think. It's not just the Kaiju Preservation Society that's found its way to the alternate world. Others have too, and their carelessness could bring catastrophe to both versions of Earth. Very excited about this. Okay, what are we on? 15? Roll 15, I think. Roll 15. Let's roll the die. Roll 15. Roll 15. One. One whole space. Oh no! I see Anna Karenina on this shelf. I'm in danger. This is the shelf. Oh lordy, 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 lordy. I don't trust this game anymore. Spin 15. God damn it. God damn it. No. I'm so scared. I'm shaking. I'm so scared. It's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. You just know it's gonna make me read Anna Karenina. You know it. God, March is no longer March of the Indies. It's March of the freaking classics, isn't it? Please be nice. Please be nice. Please be nice. Oh God. No! No! I don't even have to tell you which one's the biggest. I don't have to even tell you. Anna freaking Karenina? Oh, it's not the worst because it's not Moby Dick. 806 pages. Okay, I read Prior the Orange Tree. I can get through Tolstoy. I can do this. And I still have 2 other books that we haven't put on here yet. I regret everything. It's gonna give me Moby Dick. Just watch this happen to me. Watch it happen. I could just, you know, stop this video entirely and refilm the whole thing with a much shorter TBR. You would never know, but I would know. And I would never deceive you like that. Roll 16. Roll 16. I can't tell. Come forward. It's 16. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I see some huge books up there as well. Some classics. We're gonna start here from Serendipity all the way to Suns Will Rise. I know for a fact I do not have an audiobook for you. Or you. Oh God, no! No Wuthering Heights. I will gladly read Three Musketeers over Wuthering Heights. Just saying. 16. Card or is that on? Nope, it's a card. It's a card. A mean card because this game refuses to be nice. Embellished. All right, embellished in some way. This is my fanciest book up there aside from the classics, and that is City of Dust. This is a chunker. I do not have an audiobook for this. It's got sprayed edges, fancy end papers, foil. It's a Fairy Loot copy. This was the first adult book I got from the Fairy Loot adult subscription box. Here's what it's about. The 4 realms, life, death, light, and darkness, all converge on the City of Dusk, ruled by the 4 noble houses of Nexus. But the gods have withdrawn their favor from the once vibrant and thriving city, and without it, all the realms are dying. Unwilling to stand by and watch the destruction and 4 heirs, Risha, a necromancer struggling to keep with peace, Angelica, an elementist with her eyes set on the throne, Tasia, a shadow-wielding rogue with rebellion in her heart, and Nick, a soldier who struggles to see the light, will sacrifice everything to save the city. But their defiance will cost them dearly. There we go. Big old chonky book. Dear Lord, there's a lot of random blank pages at the end of this. 548 pages. This stack is going to fall over. Roll 17. Roll 17. 2. 2, which is about over here. The shelf, we know this shelf. It's here. I will say, at least this TBR is giving me a lot of Gildathon prompts that I have not been able to fill in. So that's at least, I'll accept that fate. Here we go. A card. Oh God. Was very scared it was going to give me the biggest book again. That decision coin is so rigged at this point. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not still bitter. Can you tell? Animals! Animals! Who's got animals? Oh! Yes, let's do this one. It's an indie, so I will physically read it. It's Skin Deep by Kendra Maris. This is the second of the Mark of the Least series. And I mean, there's a bear right on the cover. I know this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. She tends to always have animal characters in the book anyway, but there's an animal on the cover. Oh, there's two. There's a little birdie. There's a birdie there. So, and a birdie there, and a birdie there. Huh. Multiple birds. So this counts. Here is what Skin Deep is about. Now, Mark of the Least, they're not all congruent stories or consecutive stories. You can read them out of order. They're all standalone romances. They are set in like the same universe, I believe, but I don't think it matters which order you read them in. The only one who can free him is the girl he hurt the most. Cursed for a youthful accident which maimed a young woman, Leon Beauregard roams his mountain as a bear, clinging to the scraps of his humanity. Too bad it's not working. Every day he loses a little more of himself to the bear and his stupid fuzzy tail. But when Leon comes across Anwen, an enchanter scarred from an accident she doesn't remember, she promises to free him because she believes no one deserves this sort of punishment, no matter their crime. As the graceful enchanter tries to free him, Leon begins to realize Anwen is much more than just a passing enchanter. She is the one he's falling in love with, and she is the one whose life he ruined. He knows he must hide his part in Anwen's past if he wants to keep her, but when bodies show up mauled by a large animal, even she begins to doubt his ability to be redeemed. With his heart, soul, and humanity in the balance, Leon has more to hide and everything to lose if Anwen ever learns the truth about the monster inside him. I'm gonna love this. I already know. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy we had a big enough TBR to get to this point where I can read Skin Deep. All right, is this the final book? Hold on, I gotta count. I've made it to the last. And I still have two others that I haven't put on here from the two commissions. Great. Final goddamn roll. 13, an unlucky number, why not? Why not?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on this shelf again.
It's like smack dab in the middle. Luckily, no classics. We do have one indie here, but I'm not excited about that indie, I'll be real. Final spin, be nice. It's a card. All right, it's a card. You know what, game? I don't care. Do your worst. Do your worst. Do your worst. Do your worst. An outfit match. We have an outfit match. So I need a purple and black. I'm wearing black pants. Purple and black. Yeah, okay. This is a Bond book that I never thought I would read because of my weird, stupid thing about hating the way that the chins are drawn on this. But it is the closest to my current outfit of purple and black. It's got some purpley maroon tones. Definitely have black. But this is A River of Royal Blood by Amanda Joy. And this has been on the chopping block several times, so here's your shot. 16-year-old Eva is a princess born with the magic of blood and marrow, a dark and terrible magic that hasn't been seen for generations in the vibrant but fractured country of Mire. Its last known practitioner was Queen Rhaena, who toppled the native Khmer royalty and massacred thousands, including her own sister, 5 generations ago, thus beginning the rival heir tradition. Living in Rhaena's long and dark shadow, Eva must now face her older sister Issa on her 17th name day in a battle to the death if she hopes to ascend to the ivory throne, because in the queendom of Mire, only the strongest, most ruthless ruler survives. But when Eva is attacked by an assassin just weeks before her name day, she discovers it isn't just her sister who wants to see her dead. Eva is forced to turn to a powerful Fae instructor and mysterious and handsome Khmer prince for help in growing her magic into something to fear. Because despite the love she still has for her sister, Eva will have to choose Issa's death or her own. Again, we did the mysterious and handsome. We know, okay, he's handsome, we get it, that's gonna be the love interest, I understand. Yeah, this is the one where like the chins just look strange. Do they not look strange to you? They look weird to me. I do love the sequel cover for this, looks fantastic, and I love the sequel cover. I just don't like this cover. Here it is! I don't think, am I even all in the frame? Am I? Okay, there we go. This is the biggest, and there's 2 more. There's 2 more ebooks on top of this. Well, one of them has to be read as an audiobook. That is a stipulation in this, but the other one's an ebook. Here, Editing Queue will tell you how many of these books are physicals and how many are audiobooks. Ding. This is the worst TBR I've ever had in my whole life. There's so many classics. I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted a lot to read because it's 100 pages a day. I regret everything. I'm gonna also do a total. Here's the total pages just of all the books. Here's all of, this is how many pages if I complete this TBR with the +2. This is how many pages in total. And then subtracting the audiobooks from that, this is how many pages it'll be. And this will be how many pages I need to read every day to complete this TBR. It's probably more than 100, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, we did it! There's the TBR for March. It'll be fine. Let me know what you're reading in March. Do you believe in me? Do you think I can do this? Can I get through Anna frickin' Karenina? I'm fine. I'm not an insane person. I could change the rules at any time, but will I? No, because apparently I love punishment. Take that as you will. I'm gonna go now. Support me on Ko-fi. I will not be taking any further commissions for March, but you can feel free to commission me to read books in April. So any commissions up to right now, you're already set, but any commissions after this point in this video here are going to only be for April, and they will go on the April TBR. So check me out on Ko-fi if you want to do that commission or other commissions. You can do a variety of other things, but if you particularly want me to read a book and make a vlog about it, there you go. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go now. Bye. Are you chewing on my blinds? Ma'am, no chewing on the blinds. Seriously, what is wrong with you? No.